situations and coaches that are really juggling some things with players in and out. So we'll have a pretty equal matchup today, I think.
Eagles surrender the tap to Miami. Ivy Wolf out top to Katie Davidson. As you take a look here in a moment at the Miami starters, this is Davidson on the right side. Katie Davidson out to the freshman. Ivy Wolf, Eden Battle on the floor, along with Peyton Scott. And inside, it's Richardson missing, and the rebound is out to Natalia Pineda, excuse me, as the Eagles will have their first possession. And you see their starting five a little bit different, as driving to the baseline and feeding underneath to the Eagles and then getting the ball back and missing is Areanna Combs. Miami with the rebound. You saw the five starters there for Fred Castro's Eagles. Ivy Wolf straight away with the basketball here for Miami. Each team has had it. Each team has come up empty.
But both of them had good looks at the basket. You have an open shot, you get the ball at the block where you want it, you got to make the bucket.
This is Davidson. Left side three is no good. Ivy Wolf rebound, puts it right back up, no good. And we have seen some pretty ugly first quarters here at Millett Hall in the last several games. Combs will drive, put it up, and get it for the Eagles, and they are on the board, Eastern Michigan, with a nice drive by Areanna Combs.
And this is what Coach Hendricks really works on, is how to get the mentality right to start the ball game like every possession matters.
Wolf turns it over, as out top with it is Austin, giving it off left side. They try to go underneath, but Combs gets it back, and she'll draw the foul and will go to the free throw line and shoot two.
And that deflection on that pass, you saw Peyton Scott come in from the backside to knock that ball away. Watch where Peyton is on the court on defense and offense. I mean, she is everywhere. With a wide-angle lens, you'll be able to really see her game as she pursues the ball.
Areanna Combs at the free throw line. The foul is on Ivy Wolf, her first and the team's first. Combs at the free throw line misses, a 78% free throw shooter. If there's an Achilles heel on this Eagles team, it is the free throw line. They only shoot 69% from the free throw line as a team.
However, their last game at Akron, they shot 78%, so they can fix those numbers.
Misses both, and it's a 2-0 ball game. Eastern putting pressure on Ivy Wolf. Now top of the key, it's Davidson. Back to Wolf. Peyton Scott with the touch on the left side. Combs is on her defensively. She dribbles out, hits Wolf to the right side. Eden Battle dribbling out top of the key to Davidson, excuse me. Ivy Wolf looking inside, comes out to Peyton with 8 seconds to shoot. Scott with the basketball, dribbling to the left side, out top. Davidson now to Wolf in the right side, has to shoot the ball and does at the buzzer. It's no good, and the rebound is out to Pineda for the Eagles. Gives it off to Combs quickly down the floor, running the floor and getting the layup, but missing is Sonera Skanes for the Eagles.
Eastern really looked for that opportune fast break. Should have finished at the rim.
Really tried to go inside to Skanes several times as Richardson gets it down low, puts it up and in. No call on the contact, and Richardson ties the game up at 2-2.
You know, that inside matchup is what Miami really wants to key in on and have her inside people really be much more productive this game.
Miami playing zone this trip. Austin out top, Pineda deep off the left side is short. Rebound tapped out, but into the hands of Ivy Wolf for Miami. And Combs runs out of a shoe. So Miami 5-on-4 as Peyton Scott pulls up left wing and hits the triple.
And it was her matchup that was back in the backcourt, and key to see that and finish.
Eagles throw it down in a hurry, and Natalia Pineda gets her first two. Miami by 1. Scott working around a screen, left side to Davidson. Out top, Ivy Wolf around a screen, steps back for 3. It is short. Rebound grabbed out of there by Austin for the Eagles, pushing in a hurry across the timeline, driving, knocked away by Davidson. Nice hands. Davidson will take it coast to coast, but she has it knocked away. Peyton Scott chases it down for the Redhawks, and the Redhawks will settle down and run the offense.
You know, the Miami's several possessions now where they've really been executing their offensive flow, looking to really move the ball and not go a lot one-on-one until you need it.
Peyton Scott had it knocked away, and the Eagles with the turnover, and that'll be a foul on Peyton Scott, running out in front of Areanna Combs. And for Scott, her first and the team's second of the quarter. Into the game for Miami, Jada Duckett and Tasia Foster-Walker come in. Davidson and Richardson go out for Miami. Pineda and Austin, or check that, it is Austin and Skanes leaving for Eastern Michigan. Into the contest is Treasure Thompson, and also in is Danielle Rainey for Fred Castro's team.
You know, not a lot of scoring so far, but the defense, and we've seen a lot of deflections with the on defense. We've seen really using the shot clock.
Miami stays in the zone as Rainey has it out top, throws it left side to Combs. She'll pull the trigger on a triple. It rattles down and comes back out. Jada Duckett with the rebound for Miami. Outlet pass to Eden Battle down the left side. Battle crossover dribble, throws it to the corner and throws it away as Foster Walker couldn't handle the pass, and it was taken away by Pineda.
Yeah, Battle got herself up in the air to make that pass, and it just wasn't the best pass to handle.
Foster Walker with a big block on Pineda for Miami, and ahead it goes. Left side, Eden Battle down low. Foster Walker turning, going back with a left hand, too strong. Duckett with the rebound, misses, got it back again, turns, fires, short with it. 3 tries at the basket. Miami comes up empty, and Treasure Thompson with the rebound will leave it back with Areanna Combs.
You keep working at it. You're getting the looks that you want. Miami's getting the ball into that post area. They just need to keep focus and keep the concentration when those shooters down there.
Rainey, top of the key, works around a screen, keeps the dribble, feeds right side. 3 is on the way, and good by Zanaya Nelson. Zanaya Nelson gets a triple, and the Eagles back out in front by 2. Nelson, freshman out of Oklahoma City, one of 3 players from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, for Fred Castro's team. 4:40 to play here in the first quarter. Right side, Ivy Wolf with the basketball, puts it on the floor, drives to the free throw line, turns, shot blocked by Treasure Thompson, and she'll run out of there with it. Great defense again.
Yeah, Eastern Michigan just has a little bit more height in the perimeter than Miami, so for the guards to get free to a shot, it's you got to make space.
Rainey gets it into Combs in the corner, gets the ball back, dribbles through the paint, throws it baseline. Thompson will fire from 15. It is no good. Rebound to Peyton Scott for Miami, and she runs the other way. Quick pace to this game. Left wing, Ivy Wolf open for 3. It is off the mark, though, and Combs with a rebound. Going the other way for Eastern Michigan. Under 4 to play. Down the floor it goes to Thompson, and a foul will be called. Eagles tried to run with the basketball. Miami tried to keep pace. I believe that foul is going to be on Miami's Ivy Wolf. That'll be her second and the team's third. As you see the run ahead, Pineda with the layup for Eastern Michigan. They lead it by 3 to the Eagles. Wolf, who picked up that foul, her second and the team's third. Eagles with the basketball. Kylie O'Hara in the game, inbounds it. Out top with it, Skanes back in, drives to the basket, and draws the foul on Jada Duckett. Duckett gets her first, team's 4th, and that'll send Skanes to the free throw line. She is the 3rd member of the Oklahoma City, Oklahoma crew. As a transfer in from Florida International, puts it up, misses, but will get 2 chances from the stripe, where she is 66% from the field. Into the game for Miami, Sydney Watkins comes in, and Jada Duckett will go to the bench. Miami goes small here, aside from Tasia Foster-Walker.
And with the Oklahoma City connection, Coach Castro has an assistant on his program from that area, used to be a high school coach, and has that connection with a lot of the Oklahoma City people.
And it has been productive.
You know, with the pace of this game, the other thing that's impressing me is Eastern Michigan's turnovers. They've only had 1, and they're number 5 in the MAC in number of turnovers per game, which is a pretty good job of taking care of the ball.
Watkins goes right back out as Katie Davidson is back in. And a 1-2-2 zone press, nearly a steal there by the Eagles. Rainey now the double team, and Davidson comes and gets the ball to Geralt's. Out top, it'll go to Eden Battle. Man-to-man defense now is what the Eagles switch into. Is Peyton Scott with 15 to shoot. Left open for a moment. It's too strong, though, with the 3. And Combs with the rebound for Eastern Michigan. Brings it up the floor. Blows by Tasia Foster-Walker. Throws it to the baseline, and the Eagles throw it away as the pass from O'Hara, intended for Rainey on the side, is out of bounds.
You know, with the offensive choices Miami's making, which are great open threes. You got to be ready to be active on the offensive board. Sometimes hard rebounds come off, but if everybody's standing and looking, you're not going to get a second chance at an offensive rebound. And right now, Miami has just a couple of offensive rebounds in the game out of 9 rebounds.
Davidson top of the key, nearly stolen away by Combs. Gives it off to Geralds, 15 to shoot again as Peyton Scott comes out and gets it. This is O'Hara on Scott, and she drives past her and lost the handle on it, though, and the Eagles come away with it, and they throw it ahead. This is Skeins driving to the basket. Euro step with a left hand is good for Sanara Skeins. That is her 4th point of the game, and that's a 9-0 run now by Eastern Michigan as they lead it 11-5.
One of those droughts that Miami has seen before. They really...
First team foul called there against Eastern Michigan. Kylie O'Hara, the junior out of Ajax, Ontario, Canada, gets the first. Team's first as well. Pineda comes back into the game as O'Hara will go out.
A lot of substituting by both benches so far.
Peyton Scott takes the inbounds, gives it to Eden Battle with 17 to shoot. Battle throws it out top to Davidson. In the paint, they try to go. Ball knocked away right into the hands of Skeins, and ahead it goes to Combs. Down the right side, Areanna Combs, crossover dribble to the baseline, making room, getting to the basket and scoring. And Areanna Combs gets her 4th point of...
Combination of Combs and Skeins, their ability, their talent with the ball in their hands, and their ability to score that carry in the Eagles.
Peyton Scott working out top, throws it left side to Battle. Tough pass as Battle takes it down the lane. She tries to get a little room, misses, and Combs comes out of there with a rebound. Miami is ice cold, 17% from the field. Combs foul and will go to the line again. This one will go against Eden Battle for the Eagles, and that's the team's 5th foul here. Check that. Geralds gets the foul, her first, and the team's 5th.
Yeah, Gerald's got an arm in there, and Combs really hit the deck hard.
Combs will go to the line and get 2 chances as checking out of the game is Austin for the Eagles. And Rainey is back in. Katie Richardson is in for Miami. 5 points now in the game for Combs as she connects on the first free throw. 12-0 run by the Eagles. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. It's been all Eastern Michigan. Second one on the way. Looks good in his. 6 in the game for Areanna Combs. She will leave now as Michelle Austin checks in. Austin, Nelson, Pineda, Rainey, and Skeins in the game for Eastern Michigan. Peyton Scott beats the press and gets it to Eden Battle for Miami. She, along with Ty Fulton, who's in the game, has the basketball now. Katie Richardson and Vanessa Geralds. Geralds top of the key with it, throws it left side to Fulton. Tries to go down low to Peyton Scott, stolen away nicely by Nelson. Ahead it goes. Austin, right of the key, pulls up 14-footer, is off the glass and in for Lachelle. Or check that, that is Zanaya Nelson. And it's a 16-5 lead for Eastern Michigan.
And that's a
17-5, excuse me.
That's a killer possession where you make a turnover. That's a live ball turnover, and quickly Eastern Michigan's able to convert that to points.
Ty Fulton takes it down the lane, off the glass strong, and scores her first 2 points of the game. That'll end a 15-0 run by the Eagles.
You know, and getting the ball in somebody's hands who's going to focus and finish the layup at the basket is maybe what they need as an icebreaker for Miami, so to speak.
Skeins driving and walked with the basketball. Turnover gives it back to Miami. Eastern Michigan's 3rd turnover of the game.
Yeah, and so that turnover number, Miami's got 6, Eastern Michigan 3. Miami needs to make sure they're making the most of these extra possessions once they do stop Eastern Michigan.
And that last basket by Eastern Michigan was Lachelle Austin. Correct myself. Eden Battle throws it left side to Peyton Scott, well outside the arc. 17 to shoot, 40 seconds to play in the quarter. Right side it goes to Eden Battle. Skeins out on her defensively. 10 to shoot. Richardson sets the screen. Battle, and a foul is called. That will go against Zanaya Nelson. Her first team second, sorry.
A little bit of body check, yeah, on that foul, but Miami's offense looks like they're just not anticipating where the cutters are going. A couple of the turnovers that we've seen have been passes that have been just a little late, a little behind the cutter, so that the defense is reading those well.
So 20 seconds to shoot, 29 on the play clock as they get back into play. And to the rack, scoring, and one is Peyton Scott. Nice little crossover dribble out in front of the key. Got to the basket, a little scoop and score, and draws the foul.
Yeah, I don't think there's been many times that I've seen Peyton get into the basket. She gets the foul, and that backstop padding down there is a nice bumper that she gets about a 2-second rest before a teammate picks her up.
Into the game for Eastern Michigan. Returning is Areanna Combs, and going out is O'Hara, who's picked up her second foul. And into the game, Sydney Watkins for Miami, replacing Vanessa Gerolds. Or check that, replacing Eden Battle in the lineup. Gerolds stays in. 24.7 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Miami trying to finish out the quarter strong, and the free throw by Scott is off the iron, no good. Combs with the rebound. Eagles can go for the final shot of the half as they're up by 8 here. 19 seconds to go, first quarter. Combs with Watkins on her defensively.
And Watkins for Miami, just a few games back from this injury from last season, and a defensive player for sure.
Rainey goes to Skanes, and she walks with 4.2 seconds to go. Good defense on that side by the Redhawks as Eden Battle is back in. Watkins will go out. Katie Richardson standing strong in the post, forcing the turnover.
Yeah, and there's a good defensive example of if the offensive player makes the contact, it's not a foul. So Katie Richardson held her ground.
Peyton Scott at the buzzer misses the three, and we have reached the women's basketball team doing all they can to raise awareness and end ALS, as you saw the hashtag on the back of those shirts. Eastern Michigan an 8-point lead. Combs in the paint, turns from 8, throws up an air ball, and the rebound out of bounds off of Eden Battle. It will stay with Eastern Michigan.
You know, and speaking of ALS, it's tremendous to have a team for Vanessa. This is a family to her, and
yeah.
The whole Miami program has supported her and her family from Wisconsin.
Rainey for 3 is off the mark, and the rebound chased down. Nelson in the corner with it, and that is an offensive foul. Came around with the elbow in front of Peyton Scott, and for Zanaya Nelson, that is her second and the team's first here in the second quarter.
Peyton Scott has a knack, I think, for defending, being in the right place and frustrating the defense. That was his frustration offensive foul by the Eastern Michigan.
Miami trailed by as many as 12. They can get it down to a 6-point ball game if they can connect here. Peyton Scott, right elbow, taking it right to the basket, and a foul before the shot will go against Skanes. That'll be her first and the team's second.
And again, drawing fouls. Peyton with the ball in her hands, drawing fouls, making something happen.
Miami gets it into Eden Battle, left corner, open 3 is good for Eden Battle, her first field goal of the ball game, and Miami gets the lead down to 5.
And she had so much time as she set up for that shot.
Combs says, that's all right, I'll just take it the other way and get my 8th point. Takes it right to the basket, puts it off the glass and in. 7-point lead for the Eagles.
Yeah, Combs is fast and she's quick to get up in the air and get that shot to go down.
Gerolds out top, throws it right side to Ty Fulton. Now Peyton Scott, and nearly a steal by Combs. Such quick hands. Works to the top of the key. 19-footer is up. It's a 2 for Peyton Scott. 7 in the game for Peyton Scott, 19-14.
That's called a picture of competitiveness.
Combs across the timeline. Ty Fulton tees her up. Skanes comes to set the screen. Keeps that dribble right to the basket, and a foul called against Miami's Ty Fulton. Her first, team's first of the second half. And they will put Combs at the line to shoot 2. Just underway here in the second quarter. Competitive basketball game here this afternoon between two teams really struggling to find a win.
And you saw Ty Fulton's defense on that play. I mean, she really kept her out of the key and was, even though picked up the foul, she was the factor in not making this a 3-point play, I think.
3 out of 5 now from the line for Areanna Combs. 78% free throw shooter. Puts it up, and she got them both in double digits already with 10 points for Eastern Michigan as their lead extends back out to 7.
And of the 21 points, 12 of those have come from Miami given to them. On the free throw line, they've picked up 6. They've got 6 off of turnovers alone.
Gerolds misses the 3 long, and the rebound out to Eastern Michigan, and the ball goes right into the hands of Areanna Combs. You can't argue that, as she has 10 points already for Eastern Michigan. Down low now to Skanes. She's got most of the rest of them, and that shot is blocked coming across by Vanessa Geralds into the hands of the Redhawks as Ty Fulton gets it across the timeline. Back to Geralds.
You see Miami, they're quick to get the ball into the half court. They want to see if they're going to have anything quickly off of the transition, but then patient when they need to set it offensive going.
Ty Fulton tries to go down low with a basketball. It is out of bounds and will belong to Eastern Michigan as she tried to get her a wraparound pass to Katie Richardson here, and Combs read it beautifully and knocks the ball away, and Fulton is the last to touch it. She will leave as for Miami, Katie Davidson is back into the game.
You know, that's trying to pass between two defenders like that, and quick defenders that can close a gap in no time.
Combs works around a screen to the right side, down low. Skanes triple teamed and throws it to the corner. Open from the left corner, but missing the three, Eastern Michigan. But Pineda with the rebound puts it back up and in. Natalia Pineda has her 4th point. And the lead is back out to 9 for the Eagles.
You know, rebounding is just tough work, and right now Eastern Michigan 14 rebounds to Miami's 10, and it's hustle and it's strength.
Eden Battle too strong at the basket, and the rebound knocked out of the hands of Richardson, and ahead with it is Areanna Combs. She puts it on the floor, crosses to the middle, pops it up, no good, but will go to the free throw line as Vanessa Geralds has picked up her 2nd foul and the team's 2nd, and back to the free throw line for Areanna Combs.
You know, they're calling a foul on that move, but boy, I didn't see a lot of contact with the going up on the shot.
Treasure Thompson back into the game for Eastern Michigan, as is it's Nelson back into the game. Combs at the free throw line. She has made 4, now 5 straight. And the lead back out to 10. Double digits for Eastern Michigan. Zanaya Nelson, also into the game for Eastern Michigan. Jada Duckett returns for Miami. And Combs misses that one. It rattles out on her. 24-14, Eagles by 10. 6:50 to go. Peyton Scott drives, and an offensive foul is called on Peyton Scott. That'll be her 2nd and the team's 3rd. Oh wait, Jada Duckett got the foul, excuse me.
I was gonna say, the play was happening too fast for me to see Peyton Scott make it any kind of charging foul.
That is for Duckett, her 2nd and the team's 3rd.
You know, the post players for Miami just really having a tough time handling the quickness and leaping ability of Eastern Michigan's matchups.
Combs off of a screen, takes it right at the basket and draws the foul again.
Jada Duckett is a aggressive defender, and right here, I mean, she is swatting down on that. She wants a block shot, but you know, you got to be smart in knowing what you can do defensively when you got a player barrel into the basket like that.
Jordan Tuff actually gets the call on the foul, as back to the line goes Areanna Combs. That's exactly what I said. But Tuff gets the foul. And Combs back at the line now. 6 of 8, or 9 from the line. And misses the 2nd one again. Duckett with the rebound, leaves it for Peyton Scott.
There's a lot of opportunities at the free throw line here. That's, not even a quarter and a half into the game for Eastern Michigan.
Tuff couldn't handle the pass, gets it back to Peyton Scott, thought about it, gets it to Eden Battle.
Motion, where's the motion, Miami?
Miami's standing right now in all 5 positions. There is very little movement, 8 seconds to shoot. Eden Battle will leave it for Peyton Scott. Inside, Jada Duckett, pass knocked away, and here come the Eagles again on the run. It's Austin all the way to the basket. That should be a charge, and is. For Lachelle Austin, her 1st and the team's 3rd.
Boy, key defensive stop right there when they're frustrated on the offensive end, and you see Peyton Scott just pull up and really reads their transition well to get that charge call.
6:05 to go, and it's been another cold streak for Miami. A 6-0 run here by Eastern Michigan, mostly from the free throw line. Up top, Eden Battle tries to drive on Combs, bounces it off her foot out of bounds, and it will go back to Eastern Michigan. 10th turnover of the first half against the Redhawks.
Miami's going to need to really figure out this puzzle piece here in terms of being aggressive, taking the ball to the basket, but boy, the quick hands of Eastern Michigan causing turnovers for them.
Combs brings it across the timeline for the Eagles. 5:45 to go here in the first half, and the Eagles lead it by 11. They've led by as many as 12. Left corner three is off the mark, but the weak side rebounds. Gaines taking back to the backboard. Count it, and one. Gaines now with 6 points in the game, and the Eagles have their largest lead of the game. And Jada Duckett will pick up her third, and that's the 5th team foul, and Gaines will be at the line for the and one. 2 of 2 from the free throw line tonight. Deja Foster-Walker back into the game, replacing Jada Duckett for Miami.
You know, a lot of players in and out of the game for both sides, and for Eastern Michigan, they've got 6 players that are contributing to the scoring so far, and Miami's, because of obvious struggling reasons, I mean, there's only 4 players that have gotten on the scoreboard. A couple
Pineda,
of them with just 2 points.
Yeah, Pineda nearly came up with a steal there for Eastern Michigan. Has knocked it out of bounds. 9-0 run right now for the Eagles. They had a 15-0 run in the first quarter. Miami closed it down a bit, but again, the Eagles have responded here. A couple of seconds run off the shot clock there, and they added a couple of seconds. 26 now to shoot for Miami. Of course, that means 6 seconds to get it across the timeline here as well for the Redhawks.
Yeah, the defense by Eastern Michigan, especially in this backcourt, has really slowed up Miami up in terms of just getting into a good offensive flow right away.
Peyton Scott working on Areanna Combs. Just great defense right now by the Eagles. Tough man-to-man defense. Miami having all kinds of problems. 10 seconds to shoot. Right wing, it is Peyton Scott. Backing it out, looking for a screen. Now gets one. Feeds to the left side. Jordan Tuff will fire an off-balance three and rattle it in.
That's a Jordan Tuff specialty. She's out there and 3-point shooting on the season for her.
12-point ball game. Austin on the drive. Feeding underneath, and Deja Foster-Walker with a block on Gaines. Miami the other way. Peyton Scott gives it to Katie Davidson. Now Eden Battle works around a screen against Austin, and will draw a foul. Austin with the body collects the foul. That is her second and the team's 4th. And Miami's Eden Battle will be at the free throw line when we return. Had the opportunity to work with both of them, and outstanding individuals. And now the GOAT has retired. Tom Brady, after 22 seasons and 7 rings, has just announced his retirement from football with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Some great players hanging up. Eden Battle makes them both, cuts into this lead, makes it back to a single-point deficit, 9-point lead, a little full-court pressure by Miami. Eagles break it as Nelson has it in the right corner. Pineda works out top.
Get back into a game, you got to have defense. You're not going to outshoot somebody in the MAC. There's too many good scorers.
Gaines and the backdoor cut off the screen. Combs misses, and the rebound chased down by Tasia Foster-Walker for Miami, ahead to Peyton Scott. Scott against Pineda. Right elbow, leaves it for Eden Battle, driving to the basket, throws it to the corner, out top Peyton Scott, wide open, three is good. Peyton Scott now 10 points in the ball game, and it's a 6-point game at 28-22, just under 4 minutes to go in the first half.
And of the last 5 3 attempts, Miami 4 of 5.
Quickly down low it goes. Gaines working inside, and over the shorter Eden Battle puts it up and in. Sanaris Gaines now has 9 for Eastern Michigan.
And anytime she's gotten that ball down there, she's had that same play, that same move.
3 is no good, and the rebound on the weak side. After there, his 6th season at Eastern Michigan, and has gone to the route of transfers and finding some players. And Areanna Combs, he found a good one. Transfer from Oklahoma State. Sanaris Gaines, Florida International transfer. Treasure Thompson from LSU. Combs pulls up, 18-footer is no good, and a whistle and a foul on the rebound. Actually, they're going to call Peyton Scott for a foul on the shot. And
he says he
got her on the elbow.
Got her on the arm.
It's one of those calls that I just despise about college basketball. If it goes in, it's not a foul. Ball didn't go in, so it's a foul. Areanna Combs at the free throw line, connects on another 7 of 11 from the free throw line. She can make it a 10-point ball game with this one. And does just that.
You know, and Miami has been picking up the fouls on Eastern Michigan, but it's the type of fouls, which we're seeing those put them at the charity stripe.
Davidson to Peyton Scott. 19 to shoot, 3:10 to go in the first half. Scott throws it to the right side to Tuff. Jordan Tuff gives it back out to Peyton Scott. Left side, Eden Battle at the wing. Foster Walker sets the screen, doesn't use it, and Eden Battle strong to the basket on the left side. Didn't think she had a chance to get there, but got there, put it up and in for her 7th point.
She's small, but she knows how to slice between the defenders.
Combs a little short with that shot. It was flat, and the rebound out to Miami. Redhawks go the other way, 2:40 to go in the half. Peyton Scott with Nelson on her defensively. Now Combs off the screen picks her up. Jordan Tuff off the screen, misses the three. Foster Walker with the rebound, had it knocked away. Nice hands by Pineda to knock that one away. Rainey will run the other way for Eastern Michigan.
And Foster Walker just learned why you don't bring the ball down. You don't take a dribble in the paint.
Nearly a steal by Miami, but Pineda comes out of there with it to Combs in the right corner. 15 to shoot for Eastern Michigan. Skane's just about learned the same lesson.
Yeah.
She goes out and gets an errant pass, throws it down low in the paint. Turning is Combs, missing. Foster Walker had the rebound, but a foul will be called on Sanaya Nelson, and that will be her 3rd and the team's 5th. And we will walk to the other end.
Yeah, and Sanaya Nelson has been explosive down there in the offensive rebounding, and she comes from way out on that three-point arc and just flying in there, but nobody's putting a body on her, and she nearly got picked off another offensive rebound.
Tasia Foster Walker at the free throw line as Nelson goes to the bench. Austin is back out there for Eastern Michigan. Foster Walker, 1 of 4 from the free throw line, junior out of St. Louis, Missouri. Bends the knees, nice rotation, got that one down.
Doesn't look like the 25% free throw shooter, the
stats
say. But her rebounding, her shot blocking abilities have really come alive.
And that went off the side of the iron, no good. Combs with a rebound, under 2 minutes to go here in the half in a 7-point ball game, 32-25, and Pineda will lose that one out of bounds, and there's the defense of Tasia Foster Walker.
Boy, and that gritty face by Foster Walker after she gets a hand in there and causes that turnover. She's a competitor.
1:50 to go here in the first half. 7-point ball game. Peyton Scott works it across the timeline for Miami. Foster Walker will set a screen out top. Whistle, illegal screen set by Tasia Foster Walker, her first. Turnover gives it back to the Eagles here with 1:42 to go.
You know, some of those screens that they're setting, I don't know. I mean, if you just put yourself in position, turn and face the ball, then you are a potential pass receiver, and it's not a moving screen.
Combs working inside and will go to the free throw line as Katie Davidson will pick up the foul, her first, and Areanna Combs, who has made a living at the free throw line, 8 of 12 here in the first half, 14 points, will go right back there as that right hand comes down on Katie Davidson, and that'll get you a foul every time.
Yeah, the defenders have to know that. I mean, they hear the whistle blow and their hands are straight up in the air. Well, by that time, you've already made the harm.
First one is up and good. Now 9 of 13 from the free throw line for Combs, 15 points, and misses the second one. Peyton Scott, 90 seconds to go across the timeline for Miami, and throws the ball away. Tried to get it to Eden Battle, and that one just sails into the Miami band.
Yeah, she saw Eden making that cut, but remember, Eden's just your height, Peyton, and need a little bit less on it.
Austin across the timeline for Eastern Michigan, works the left side of the floor. Combs comes out and gets it between the circles, works to the right side, and that'll be an illegal screen on Rainey. Her first. The whistles, they are active here in the first half.
You know, not many in that first, what was it, about 6 minutes of the game, and the pace was back and forth, and since then we've had a lot of whistles, a lot of choppy play.
Left side, Peyton Scott Left elbow, Davidson gives it back to Scott. Crossover dribble, nowhere to go with it. Gives it right side to Eden Battle. Foster Walker sets the screen, doesn't use it, and this time we'll have a foul before the shot. And Sonora Scaines gets her second, and in the bonus, Miami will be at the free throw line. As you see the reach in there by Scaines just ahead of any body contact, and Eden Battle will go to the free throw line for Miami. She is 2 of 2, has 7 points all here in the second quarter for Miami. As Scaines goes out and Treasure Thompson is back in for Eastern Michigan.
You know, just a good read by Eden Battle because, number one, she's reading the defense and where you want to attack the gaps to create the defensive, put pressure on the defense. But likewise, she knows, whether consciously or not, that, hey, my teammates just got called for setting illegal screens. I'm not going to use it and put them in that position.
Free throw is no good, but as you'll see, the rebound, Tasia Foster Walker got just enough of a hand on it to disrupt things, and it goes out of bounds off of Eastern Michigan. 52.3 to play here in the quarter, and that is a turnover. Actually, yep, they're going to say it was touched by Eastern Michigan.
Yeah, it looked like Battle was committing herself to a passing lane that wasn't there and had to get rid of it. Lucky that Eastern Michigan tipped it.
Jordan Tuff inbounds the ball to Peyton Scott, 19 to shoot. Around the screen to the left side. Keeps the dribble, drives against Combs to the basket. Doesn't get the basket, but does get the foul on Areanna Combs, her first. And Peyton Scott will go to the free throw line. She is 0 for 1 from the line today.
Just continuing to work. With the ball in her hands, you better be ready to defend, and she's going to keep at it until she finds a teammate with an assist or makes something happen for herself.
Peyton Scott at the line on the season, 86%. She doesn't miss many, so the miss in the early part of the game was somewhat surprising as she connects on that one. 11 points in the first half for Peyton Scott.
Actually, in the last few games, she's been 93%, 40 for 43 before this game.
And she connects on them both. 12 points in the game for Peyton Scott, and that'll make it, once again, a 5-point ball game with 45.2 to go here in the first half.
And for as slow and poor as the first quarter was in scoring, Miami's not waiting for that second half to mount that scoring drive.
Combs around a double screen, driving to the basket, putting it up and getting it down. Combs having a great first half as Miami can go for the final shot of the first half. 17 points in the game for Areanna Combs, I believe.
Miami actually winning this quarter in terms of scoring, 19 to 16 so far.
9 to shoot. Eden Battle working around the screen, driving on Combs, getting to the basket, missing. And Treasure Thompson with the rebound, and that will be the end of the teams in action here today. Redhawks get the basketball to begin the second half, and we are underway. Ivy Wolf, who missed a lot of that first half with foul trouble, has it and gives it out top to Peyton Scott. She is driving against Combs and gets it blocked, and Scaines comes out of there with it for the Eagles.
And Peyton took that ball. As soon as she put it on the floor, she did get bumped. She's really having to pressure to get past her defender.
Combs misses on the turnaround jumper. Redhawks run the other way. Davidson leaves it for Peyton Scott to the basket. Yes, and one. 14 in the game for Peyton Scott, and she'll get the and one try and a chance to make it a 4-point ball game.
When you have your momentum going, keep it going.
Redhawks, as Austin picks up the foul, that is her third and the team's first of the quarter. And one coming up here, as you see Fred Castro talking to his freshman from Redford, Michigan.
And we'll see if Miami now at the start of this third quarter, with that little bit of a spark right there, gets more people involved in that scoring opportunities at half court.
Peyton Scott connects on that one. 15 points now in the game for Peyton Scott. It's a 4-point Eastern Michigan lead. And Castro has a little bit of foul trouble. He's got Austin on the bench with 3, and Zanaya Nelson also with 3. Left corner, now the wing, Pineda. Pineda misses the 3, and Davidson grabs the rebound for Miami. Outlet pass to Peyton Scott.
And interesting, after we talked about just to open this second half, Eastern Michigan settling for a 3-point attempt.
Yeah. Ivy Wolf comes and gets the basketball, gives to Davidson to the left side. Eden Battle works around a screen, out top to Wolf. Around a screen, dribbling to the right side, backdoor cut. Peyton Scott feeds the left wing. Davidson open three is off the iron, no good. Ends games with the rebound on the weak side.
And that was a good cross-court pass by Peyton Scott, but what it also did was leave this side of the court totally blank. No offside rebounders after that shot.
Here's Pineda again for three. Too strong with that one. The rebound tapped into the hands of Peyton Scott for Miami. There is not a rebound unchallenged by the Eagles in this game, I will tell you that. They go after everything. 8:22 to go, third quarter. 4-point ball game. Wolf against Nelson out top, and now Skanes goes down low to Richardson. Back out, Ivy Wolf, left wing three is good. Ivy Wolf's first field goal of the game brings Miami to within one, and the Redhawks begin on a 6-0 run.
And she's one that really is needed to create that scoring balance for Miami. So far, Peyton Scott and Eden Battle carrying the load.
Nelson on the right side with the basketball. Into the paint, Skanes is left wide open, and that's an easy deuce for Sonera Skanes, as she has 11 in the game, and it's 37-34.
Skanes' awareness of where she is on the court.
Ivy Wolf drives to the basket, and a timeout.
Three fouls. He's in a dilemma. What do? You have scorers that you need on the floor, but they have to keep themselves out of foul trouble.
Right corner, Pineda on the drive, and it will be a blocking foul as Ivy Wolf was inside the restricted area and has picked up her third foul.
Boy, Wolf today, her freshman year has been up and down one game to the next in terms of her production and play, but valuable experience. And now, with this early foul after she just hit a three, tough blow for Miami.
Pineda at the line, an 83% free throw shooter, so she knocks down the first. Another one upcoming here, 2-point lead for the Eagles. On the way, and this one bounces out. Katie Davidson with the rebound. Outlets to Peyton Scott. Ahead it goes to Eden Battle. Crossover dribble to the basket, short with a shot. Rebound. Peyton Scott in the lane, puts it up and in. Peyton Scott with 17 now, and it's back to a 1-point. Actually, it is a tie ball game at 38-38. First time it's been tied since a long time ago. 2-2. Combs drives, floats, and misses, and Peyton Scott with the rebound. Redhawks chance to take the lead since they led first time 5-2.
Anybody noticing Peyton Scott at both ends of the court? She's taking care of business.
And that shot by Davidson blocked, and the Eagles come away with the basketball. Rainey left side with it, feeds back to Combs. She's going to fire a three for the first time and throws up an air ball. We talked about her getting to the basket, and that one wasn't even close. Skanes back in to replace Danielle Rainey. And Vanessa Geralds comes in for Miami to replace Ivy Wolf, who's picked up that third foul. Tie ball game at 38, 6.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Right side, Geralds works with the basketball. Out top to Peyton Scott, around the screen. To the wing, back to Geralds. She'll tee up the three. It is off the mark, and the rebound is out of there to Austin. Austin ahead with the basketball. Feeding to the right wing, gets the ball back, and now to Combs.
Quick shots on the offensive end give that defense a run out like that, and they didn't have to work too hard for it. You want to really challenge the defense. Let's see if Miami gets a little bit more disciplined if they don't have something open right away.
Skanes missed that one, had it deflected, and Miami comes out of there with a basketball, 15 to shoot. Peyton Scott works to the right side. Gets to Richardson at the right elbow. Back out to Peyton Scott, 9 to shoot. Skanes under defensively. Davidson left wing is off the mark with the three, and the rebound. Skanes comes out of there with it for Eastern Michigan as we approach 5.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter in a tie ball game. Combs will leave it over the right side.
For both teams, move the ball side to side. Really make the defense move and work.
Foul before the shot will go against Miami's Katie Davidson, her second, and the team's second as well. You see the reach in right there. Davidson will go out as Tasia Foster Walker is into the game for Miami. And there is Skanes, lost the basketball out of bounds, and it will stay with Eastern Michigan.
Well, Peyton, if she hadn't lost it, I think Peyton Scott's defense coming down inside there would have blocked a shot. Came from help side. Hard to see. That was a quick call.
Inbounds to Pineda. Back to the right corner it goes, and driving, keeping the dribble into the paint. Out top it goes to Skanes. Skanes will spin into the lane with the left hand, missed the shot, and the rebound is out to Peyton Scott for Miami. Everything that was going for Eastern Michigan in the first half has stopped going here in the second. Peyton Scott left wing three is off the mark, and the weak side rebound to Austin for Eastern Michigan.
And we have a second Eastern Michigan blowout with the shoe problems.
And the little lefty by Combs is no good. The rebound out to Peyton Scott. Peyton Scott, pull-up 17-footer is good, and she has 19 now, and Miami has regained a lead for the first time since it was 5-2.
And with these defensive rebounds, Miami's feeling much more in control, both on the defensive end and the flow into their offense.
Combs curling down the lane, puts it up, draws the foul. She'll go to the line as the foul is on Miami's Katie Richardson, her first, and the team's third. Peyton Scott doing the job for the Redhawks. She had 12 at the half. She's got 19 now in the game, including this pull.
Is what she has shown in other games, so it's a consistent performance by her from what we've seen in other times of the season.
Areanna Combs at the free throw line, puts up the free throw line and gets it 10 of 15 now from the line, and 18 points in the game for Combs. Chance to tie it up from the charity stripe here. The 16th attempt is up and good for Combs, and we're tied at 40 here. 4:25 to go. Full court pressure. Tasia Foster-Walker throws it away, and that'll be a foul on Miami's Peyton Scott. Going after the basketball, Peyton Scott commits her third, and that's the fourth team foul. Deanna Hendricks looks in belief. Peyton Scott looks in belief.
Yeah, that's a... I would have a disbelief
bang call
look on my face if I was on the coaching side of that as well.
Combs works to the left side, gives to Pineda. She will work around the screen. Feed back to Combs, fakes the three, now drives, pull up 12-footer. It rattles out, and the rebound battled for. Skanes comes out of there with it, puts it up with the left hand and scores. Sarah Skanes has 13 in the game, and the lead back to the Eagles. Sydney Watkins left side with the basketball for Miami. Dribbles once, gives it out to Foster-Walker, and now to Peyton Scott with 3:50 to play in the third.
Taking care of the basketball. That possession at the other end shows you how tough it is rebounding.
And Peyton Scott taking it to the basket there. 21 in the game for Peyton Scott, ties it at 42.
And the only good thing the Eastern Michigan did defensively that time was not foul her on the shot.
Ball out of bounds, last touch by Miami as they tried to go down low. The Eagles, Skanes, and Miami got a hand on the basketball. It will be Lachelle Austin, freshman out of Redford, Michigan, to bring it in for the Eagles. Looking for Combs. Miami cuts that off, and they lob it out top to Zanaya Nelson. Nelson on the dribble. Gives it off to Austin with 12 to shoot. Working against Geralds. Back to Nelson on the left side. Now needs some help. And Austin will launch a deep three and bank it in from the right side. 5 in the game for Lachelle Austin, and that was from deep water. 45-42, and the other way, Peyton Scott says, that's all right, I got you. 23 in the game for her, and it's a 1-point lead for the Eagles.
Nothing wrong with the potential scorers doing the work.
Combs gets it out to Pineda, now to Skanes. Has a size mismatch, will fire from 10, miss it, and Foster-Walker with the rebound for Miami.
Difference this quarter for Miami is getting those defensive rebounds.
2:35 to go here in the third quarter. It's been a good one. Miami trailed by 7 at the break. Now we got a 1-point ball game as Peyton Scott trying to find some room, gets it to Tasia Foster-Walker, and that ball knocked away out of bounds. It will stay with Miami and 7 to shoot.
There's a challenge every time Eastern Michigan sitting there on defense. Stay
Katie
active.
Davidson into the game for Tasia Foster-Walker for Miami.
get another shooter on the floor. 7 seconds that you got to get a good look at the basket.
Miami's got to get the ball in right now, and there's Davidson out top with it. 6 to shoot, driving and lost the handle on the basketball. Taken away, and that is Austin with it the other way. Down to the baseline, spinning into the Skanes, and she is going to put it up and in. Nice move to the basket, nice find. 15 in the game for Skanes, 47-44, Eagles by 3.
Austin, just a freshman, but she really understands where her teammates are going to be. Who, you know, when you have experience, they know where their teammates will be on the floor.
Areanna Combs diving to the floor to try and save that ball from going out of bounds. It'll stay with Miami. 18 to go here in the third quarter.
And we're seeing the defensive disruptors. They're getting hands on the ball. Eastern Michigan using their feet to stay in position.
15 to shoot as Peyton Scott works to the right side. Got bumped, no call. Gets it outside to Davidson. Her 3 is off the mark. Tapped up into the hands of Richardson. Peyton Scott right side. They leave her alone, and she nails the 2 from the right side. Is a 2-point basket, 25 in the game for Peyton Scott. Back to a 1-point ball game as Combs goes the other way. All the way to the basket, no good, and it'll be a foul before the shot against Vanessa Gerolds, her 3rd. That is the team's 5th, so it will send Combs back to the line for 2. You see the bump there.
You know, this is becoming the Combs and Scott show, and both of them, you have the ball in their hands, and they're going to make sure that they're getting their team scoring opportunities, whether it's themselves or dishing it off to teammates.
Eden Battle and Jada Duckett into the game for Miami. Richardson comes in. And Davidson goes out. Or Richardson goes out as well. Combs at the free throw line. She is getting just unbelievable production from the free throw line. 12 of 17 now. 2-point ball game. 13 of 18. 4 for 4 here in the second half for Areanna Combs. 49-46 Eagles. 80 seconds to go here in the third quarter as Eden Battle has it out top to the right side. Keeps that dribble, gives it out top to Peyton Scott. Duckett comes to set the screen. Uses it to the left side. Does Peyton Scott. Now down low to Duckett. Cross the court to Sydney Watkins. Down low to Duckett, and a foul will be called. And this one is on Zanaya Nelson. That'll be her 4th, only the 2nd team foul against the Eagles. And Danielle Rainey up off the bench, coming back in as you see the reach in there by Nelson. Rainey comes in and gets Nelson, who's picked up that 4th foul.
And with Duckett back on the court, I mean, Miami really wants to use her offensively. She's such a presence in the paint.
And there's Duckett, and the ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Miami. Really trying to collapse on the inside are the Eagles.
You know, her job is so tough. She's been in the game for about only 4 minutes, but boy, when she hits the court, she's supposed to catch and shoot and catch and score and be dominant on defense. Doing a great job, I think.
Peyton Scott misses that one. The rebound to Pineda for Eastern Michigan. Gives it off to Austin. Under 50 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Austin with a crossover. Throws it underneath, and that is out of bounds. It'll go to Miami. So that went through the hands of Sonera Skanes.
And again, Miami's defense. I mean, there wasn't much there, but Eastern Michigan trying to find those passing lanes.
Ivy Wolf into the game for Miami, replacing Sydney Watkins, and Katie Davidson is back in for Vanessa Gerolds for Miami. 45 seconds, 45.3 to play in the third. 30 seconds on the shot clock, and full court pressure being applied as Peyton Scott gives it back to Ivy Wolf, and that doesn't last long as Wolf dribbles to the right side.
And that's just heads up smart. Both defenders went after Peyton, so Ivy Wolf knows she's open and free to go.
Try to go down low, the ball knocked away. Nice defense there by Skanes for Eastern Michigan.
These last couple possessions have really hurt Miami with the turnovers.
Combs working right side with the basketball. Going for the final shot of the quarter. 15 seconds to go. 3-point lead for Eastern Michigan. Combs will go to work. Puts it on the floor. Spins. Backdoor cut. And put it up and in. Nice offensive execution there. The basket by Austin. 7 points in the game. And straight away, Which is the best thing for Areanna Combs.
And you know, her free throw shooting numbers look almost like Peyton Scott's floor numbers this game.
Combs with the basketball out top for the Eagles. They begin the fourth quarter up by 5 over the Miami Redhawks. Combs, nice move down the lane with a left hand and gets the roll. First field goal of the second half.
If she isn't one of the best in the MAC at scoring, at creating her own shot opportunities, and she's matched up with another one who likewise is.
Missed by Miami. Rebound underneath. Peyton Scott's got it. Puts it up. Misses again. Rebound tapped out, and Rainey chases it down for the Eagles. Back out to the 7-point advantage for Eastern Michigan here. Miami had actually taken a lead in this contest, and the Eagles have responded and jumped it right back out to 7 now.
You know, and for the Eagles, just the 5 starters are the only ones that have scored in this game, whereas Miami has 3 starters that have scored. They've gotten a little bit of bench help.
Skanes gets the bounce. Actually, branch. You'll find that on the western campus of Miami University. Redhawks trying to battle their way back here against Eastern Michigan. Zone press by the Eagles is working pretty well right now as Tasia Foster-Walker finally gets it across the timeline, and Ivy Wolf back into the game. With it out front, 15 to shoot, so a lot of time taken off the clock there by Miami. Foster-Walker goes down low to Richardson. She is going to have a shot rejected by Rainey. Great defense there by Danielle Rainey, the redshirt senior out of Washington, D.C.
So you have a senior defending a freshman, and there's the experience aspect of the game. Katie Richardson is going to learn that hesitation and really understand what she can do on that low block.
Foster-Walker is too strong with the shot. That low trajectory there, and Eagles with the rebound. Eagles have been picking it up since Miami took the lead. This is Austin driving to the left side. Gets cut off. Now Rainey, deep three, looks good and is. Danielle Rainey, first field goal of the ball game, and she drains the triple, and the Eagles lead by 12.
She used her teammate as that screener on the backside, and there's a nice dish by Eden Battle to just pull the defense towards her and slip it over to the opposite block for Katie Richardson.
10-point ball game as Combs throws it right side to Pineda. Down low, Skanes, and a foul will be called. It's going to go against Miami's Eden Battle. That's her first, and the team's first of the fourth quarter. Out in the act of shooting, though, the Eagles' Skanes will go to the free throw line for 2.
Well, you can't put somebody on the free throw line as many times as Eastern Michigan has been there. They've made more than Miami has even attempted in this game so far.
Free throws up and good. 4 of 4 from the line for Skanes. 11-point lead. Eagles as a team, 17 of 23 attempts from the free throw line here this afternoon. Miami's only been there 10 times. And Skanes makes them both 19 points in the game. And it's back to a 12-point advantage for the Eagles. 7:49 to go. Foster-Walker driving to the hoop, getting to the basket, going up and under with the right hand, and banks it in for her first field goal, 3rd point of the game.
And good poise for her when she got down under that basket and took her time to pivot.
Skanes with the offensive rebound, leaning in, too strong with it. Ivy Wolf with the rebound for Miami. Trips over Skanes as she comes out of there with the basketball.
And good no call by the officials just to let that play out in that low block area.
Peyton Scott out front, Rainey on her defensively as she dribbles with it left side. Foster-Walker sets the screen. Pineda picks her up. Ivy Wolf on the right side, penetrating, leaving it for Scott. Left side, 3 is up. It is too strong. Rebound underneath. Battle lost it. And out of there with it is Areanna Combs ahead to Austin.
You know, nothing wrong with
crossover dribble right to the basket. No good, but a foul is called on Richardson.
Challenging the defense still. Eastern Michigan queens at that today.
And you see the foul reaching in there. It will be Austin at the free throw line, a 60% free throw shooter. 6:58 to go in the basketball game. And since Miami took the lead at 40-38, the Eagles have responded as Austin misses the free throw. 22-10 run since that time. Second one on the way, too strong, and Foster-Walker with the rebound. Nice box out. Ahead it comes to Peyton Scott for Miami. Down in the paint, Richardson again is blocked, this time by Skanes. And the Eagles come out of there with a basketball. 6:45 to go and a 10-point advantage.
Just a tough ball to handle and keep up higher than the defense for Katie Richardson.
Again, a lot of length on this team. Athleticism for Eastern Michigan. Rainey, left side three is too strong there, and Foster Walker chases down another rebound. Gets it ahead to Ivy Wolf. Redhawks moving the other way. Wolf on the right side will back it out. Reset the offense. Foster Walker driving. Left side of the key, goes up and under and gets the roll. Foster Walker, a couple of buckets here in the fourth quarter. An 8-point lead for the Eagles.
And an offensive foul.
And an offensive foul, yep. On the inbound.
You know, Miami needs a little extra going their way, things like this. I mean, the empty possessions you can't have. Foster Walker creates her the opportunity and scores, and then Miami gets a quick turnover. They're right back with the ball. Another possession in terms of being able to cut into that lead.
And out of the game is Lachelle Austin. And Miami missing inside. The rebound is out of there to Rainey, and quickly down the floor to Skanes. That's too easy, but they missed the layup. And ahead it goes to Tasia Foster Walker. The pass too far, out of bounds, and Miami will turn it back over as Austin is going to return to the lineup, and Rainey's going out. Check that. Skanes is going out.
Boy, this is hustle. I mean, that was 94 feet for both teams, really getting to the quick transition games.
That was Areanna Combs that picked up that foul, by the way. First team foul, her second foul. The other way, Combs driving right to the basket, too strong with it, and battle with a rebound, and Combs will get up her third foul on a reach-in, 90 feet away from the Miami basket. Diana Fulton into the game for Miami, replacing Katie Richardson.
Not just not a smart play for Combs right there, but that was just reaction on her part. She's hustling, she's taking the ball right to the basket. How many of those this afternoon has she made?
Skanes back into the game, replacing Rainey for Eastern Michigan. Coming up on the midway point, 5:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Eagles out in front by 8. Bad battle, gives the ball to Peyton Scott. Works around a screen. They find Foster Walker inside with the left hand. She puts it up and in. 7 in the game for Foster Walker. Back to a 6-point ball game.
Foster Walker's really made an impression this quarter particularly, and not mainly her scoring, but defensively blocking shots.
Comes up with a couple of blocks. The Eagles get it back. Skanes again puts it up, misses, and the rebound. Out of there, we'll have a jump ball as Skanes and Fulton tie it up, and the possession arrow favors Miami.
Boy, do you know how quick you have to be on your feet to get up and down that many times to stay with those missed shots that Skanes has.
You see Foster Walker getting up there and blocking the shot. And again, Skanes had 3 opportunities at it, but couldn't come away with it. And Miami now on the alternating possession will get the basketball here with 5:10 to go. Foster Walker out of the game right now as Jada Duckett comes back in for Miami.
Miami keeping the ball in Peyton Scott's hands. Some of the game it's been Ivy Wolf in that point position, but when you need it.
And Combs comes up with a steal and gets it to Pineda, reaching in on Peyton Scott and got it. Double team coming, and Pineda now top of the key to the right side it goes. And in the right corner, the 3 is up, good, and 1. Lachelle Austin hits a huge triple from the right corner. And the basket will count, and she'll go to the free throw line for 1. And the foul on Fulton for Miami is her second and the team's third. That's a huge basket. They can go back up by double digits if Fulton, or check that, Austin can make the free throw. She is 0 for 2 from the line this afternoon. And 0 for 3 as she misses that one. Duckett with the rebound for Miami, ahead to Wolf, and another steal. Bad pass, and Wolf back for Miami. Gives it to the left side to Eden Battle. Battle pulling up, 16-footer is too strong. Rebound Fulton with it for Miami. Gets it to Duckett, out top to Ivy Wolf. Now Peyton Scott. She'll tee up a straightaway 3 and hit it. Peyton Scott, 28 in the game for Miami, and it's back to 6.
And so 28 points, and how did Eastern Michigan not have a defender on her?
Ty Fulton, guilty of the foul, her 3rd, and that is the team's 5th. Team's fourth, excuse me.
The 28 points this afternoon for Peyton Scott equals her season high of the year, which she had 28 in a game first half of the season.
Gerald's into the game for Miami as Pineda throws it underneath the Skeins all alone, and she gets it inside and lays it in. Miami fell asleep defensively there. That is 21 in the game now for Skeins, 65-57, and the three is up, no good. Rebound grabbed by Skeins for Eastern Michigan.
Rebounding has been the story of the game, especially here in this second half.
8-point ball game as Combs works the left side of the floor. 3:45 to go. Pineda sets the screen. Combs lost the ball, taken away by Peyton Scott. Peyton Scott, coast to coast, will lay it up and score. And that is 30th point of the game for Peyton Scott. It's a 6-point ball game and a timeout. Ball in and a steal. Out of there with it is Battle, taking it right to the basket and one. Off the steal, Eden Battle taking it right to the hole. Her first field goal in the second half, 10th point of the game, and a chance to cut the lead down to 3. They'll get Pineda with the foul.
You know, Coach Hendricks has to love this. As long as there's time on the clock, as long as the game is still on, her team is really digging deep, finding ways to create opportunities and to continue battling.
And the ball out of bounds off of Eastern Michigan off the rebound as Skeins couldn't handle it. So a 4-point ball game and Miami with the basketball.
I'll tell you, the spark of this game, though, from the very beginning has been Peyton Scott. And with her 30 points, she's one away from a double-double in the rebounding department, too. She's starting with handing the ball to teammates.
Tasia Foster-Walker misses. Rebound up ahead to Pineda. Now Skeins in the paint. Puts it off the glass, no good. Scott with the rebound for Miami, running the other way. Peyton Scott against Combs, gives it to Battle. Battle will drive and will put it up and in. No foul call as Battle gets to the basket. No whistle. And that is 12 in the game for Battle. Driving to the basket is Austin. 2-point ball game, 65-63. Combs out front, 2:50 to go.
Boy, a real defensive stance here needed by Miami.
Around a Skeins screen to the left side, Pineda to the left corner. Nelson for 3. It's off the mark, and the rebound is out to Ivy Wolf. Ahead it goes to Battle. Working Euro step through. Yes! Eden Battle says thank you. She has 14, and we are tied at 65. 2:28 to go.
Eden Battle and Peyton Scott carrying the load like they have the past couple of games for Miami.
Combs has it stripped away, and that'll be a foul on Vanessa Geralds as she tried to reach around after Combs went down to the floor. And for Geralds, that'll be her 4th foul, and Areanna Combs will go to the free throw line where she has made a living today.
But
she is 12 of, check that, 13 of 18 from the line.
And for Vanessa Geralds, that first swat down really disrupted the drive to the basket, and you're right, it was that second effort that caught the foul call on her. The lone senior on this Miami program. Boy, a young group that really gets great experience in games like this. They've had a number of games where they've battled from behind. Vanessa on the floor with her senior leadership this afternoon.
Got a little pause in the action here. I'm not sure exactly what the pause is, as the officials were discussing something out near the top of the key, and now they will go back. And I'm sure it had to do with the foul call. We are at 2:20 to go here.
You know, with the pace of this quarter, though, too, maybe they just needed a breather.
Yeah.
Hey, let's talk about something here for a second, because I got to
give them a chance.
I got to catch my breath.
Again, Combs at the free throw line, 13 of 18 from the line, 23 points in the game, and that one rattles around and goes down.
You get down close to the end of a game like this, less than 2.5 minutes, and free throws are huge.
Second one for Combs. That one looks good and is 67-65. Eagles back out in front, 25 in the game for Combs.
Watch these defensive matchups.
Gives it off to Geralds. Now Eden Battle. Nelson on her defensively. Gives it out to Peyton Scott with Combs on her. Miami looking low. They go to Ivy Wolf. into the paint, spins off the glass, no good. Foster Walker, the rebound with the left hand, misses. And the rebound by Nelson for Eastern Michigan. And knocked away. Combs comes out of there with it, though, and gets it ahead to Pineda, and they've got numbers. 4 Miami defenders are back. Pineda gives it out to Combs. 1:44 to go in a 2-point ball game. Geralt's on Combs. Skanes coming out to set the screen. To the right side, Combs leaves it for Rainey. Straightaway 3 is good. Big bucket.
Leading at halftime, and their record on this season is if they're ahead at halftime, they win. If they're behind at halftime, they lose.
Ivy Wolf gets it to the left elbow to Eden Battle. Driving against Nelson. Misses. And the rebound to Skanes for Eastern Michigan. Miami's going to have to start fouling, but instead Combs takes the basketball. Works to the right side. Ivy Wolf double teamed, and Battle got a hand on it, and a whistle and a foul will be called. I think Fred Castro was going to call a timeout there to hang on to possession of the basketball. The foul is on Miami's Eden Battle, her second, and the Eagles will go to the free throw line with 68 seconds to go. And you see Battle diving in there, and pretty much a takedown on Zanaya Nelson. First chance from the stripe today, and only a 41% free throw shooter.
So if you were choosing somebody to foul, they've chosen the right one.
And that one rattled around about 5 times and went down. Freshman out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, puts it up. Got them both. 5 points in the game for Nelson, and the lead is 7. 72-65, a minute to go in the game. Peyton Scott, right elbow, 18-footer, down and out, and the rebound. Combs goes to the floor, and a timeout taken by Fred Cat.
Every single time create offensive opportunity, and they've only had Miami 12 offensive rebounds, averaging over 14 a game up to this point, though.
Austin to inbound the basketball, gets it into Combs into the backcourt as that ball's touched before it gets into the backcourt. Combs working to the left side, now back to the right, and we'll take it all the way to the basket, leave it underneath, put up, no good, and the battle for the rebound. It is Nelson putting it back up and in. She has 7 in the game, and that'll just about do it. 9-point lead for Eastern Michigan with 40 seconds to go. As Eden Battle will drive, feed to Foster Walker. 12-footer is good, and then that's 9 in the game for Tasia Foster Walker. 74-67, 7-point ball game. And it will be Austin to bring it up the floor. 5-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. And committing the foul is Eden Battle. Stopping the clock there with 25.7 seconds to go. That is her 3rd foul. And chance to pad the stats a little bit here for Areanna Combs, as she is already 15 of 20 from the free throw line with 25 points in the game.
Amazing game for her, and you know, it takes sometimes really career amazing games to pull off wins like this, breaking a 6-game losing streak for Eastern Michigan.
This will be the 4th loss in a row for Miami, as they'll drop to 6-11 and 2-6 in conference play.
But not without a huge fight, for sure.
Makes them both 27 in the game. 76-67. And a steal and a jump ball, and Eastern Michigan has the basketball. Areanna Combs jumping in there and tying things up. And the Eagles will have the ball here with 22.2 to go. Full court pressure by the Eagles. Back out of it, and Pineda takes the inbounds pass and is fouled by Tasia Foster Walker. And we'll walk to the other end, and Natalia Pineda, junior out of Miami, Florida, back to the free throw line for 2 chances. 1 of 1 from the line this afternoon.
I'm not quick with looking up the history book stats, but sending your opponent to the free throw line 34 times. I'm not sure when the last time that happened against Miami.
Pineda's 1 of 2 on the day, and now 2 of 3. 10-point lead for Eastern Michigan. They have outscored Miami 12-2 since the Redhawks tied it at 65. and make it 13-2 as she connects on that one. 78-67. Eagles out in front. 19 seconds to go. Wolf gives it out top to Eden Battle. Whistle away from the ball with 15.9 seconds to go. Foul on Skanes. Her fourth. And that's the fourth on the Eagles. 15.9 seconds to go. Vanessa Gerolds will bring it in to Peyton Scott. She'll put it off the glass and score her 32nd point of the game. Makes it a 9-point ball game as Combs is fouled. 11.6 seconds to go. Vanessa Gerolds commits her fifth foul and will walk to the other end, and more free throws on the way for Areanna Combs.
Prior to today, the most an opponent has shot free throws this season against Miami was only 19 trips to the line.
The Eagles now have been there more than anybody else then. 37th free throw shot on the day by the Eagles is good.
These officials have to be maybe whistle happy. 27 personal fouls for against Miami, 16 against Eastern Michigan.
Makes them both 11-point ball game, 10.2 to go. Ivy Wolf left side, out top Peyton Scott. Deep three by Peyton Scott. Off the mark, no good with 2.2 seconds to go. The Eagles will inbound it, and that will be the end of things here this afternoon as Eastern Michigan ends a 6-game losing streak. And coming on big time is Areanna Combs as she finishes with 29 points to lead the Eagles. 32 in the game for Peyton Scott in a losing effort. Other double-digit scores for Eastern Michigan included Ciara Skanes as she had 21 points for Eastern Michigan. For Miami, Eden Battle had 14 points, also in double digits. The final score here this afternoon, 80-69. The Eagles again 5-11 on the season, 2-7 in conference play.